What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Roman Reigns talks his WrestleMania 39 opponent, Nikki Cross is furious with the WWE, Roman Reigns adding a new member to his faction, the WWE erases a Becky Lynch moment, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Please be sure to check out the first exclusive video that can be seen nowhere. Now let's end the intro and get straight into the first bit of news. Our first news story looks at Roman Reigns talking about his WrestleMania 39 opponent. Universal Champion Roman Reigns may not know who his opponent is for this year's WrestleMania, but the Tribal Chief is already looking ahead to WrestleMania 39 for what he sees as a dream match, a one-on-one bout against his cousin The Rock. Reigns recently taped an interview with Fox Sports' Ryan Satin and commented, "He's the biggest box office attraction for the big screen, so to be able to take that and match it up with the biggest box office attraction in sports entertainment, I think some magic would be made." Rumors of The Rock fighting Roman Reigns at WrestleMania have been circulating for years. However, The Rock's overloaded schedule makes it difficult to book him for television appearances, let alone matches in the ring. Next up is Roman Reigns' faction growing. Speaking of Roman Reigns, there's talk that the Universal Champion could have a new henchman. As fans know, the Universal Champion has relied upon his cousin Jey Uso to help him out of tough title spots, interfering as needed and softening up opponents before title matches. While there have been strong rumors of Jey's brother Jimmy joining the group when he returns from injury, which could be any time now, the WWE seems to be setting the stage for another member, former United States Champion Apollo Crews. Crews has been in a bit of a rut since dropping the US Championship to Bobby Lashley and being drafted to SmackDown for the 2,203rd time, at least it seems that way, but his recent interactions with the Tribal Chief and Paul Heyman suggest he may be on his way to joining Reigns' faction. Crews was seen on SmackDown backstage with Reigns and Heyman when Reigns told Crews to stay and listen to their meeting, telling Crews, "Stay, you can learn from this." That same night, Crews utilized heel tactics to get the win over Sami Zayn, suggesting he was swayed by the champion. Now, while this move is unusual for Crews, an Instagram post by Paul Heyman has people talking further about a Crews-Reigns collaboration. The post features a drawing of Apollo Crews kissing the Tribal Chief's ring while Heyman and Jey Uso look on. Reigns shared the post suggesting Crews could be in for a push in the near future if his career rises as much as Jey Uso's did by joining the head of the table. What do you guys think of this possible addition to Roman's faction? Is it a good fit for Reigns and or Crews? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Nikki Cross furious with WWE. Former two-time Women's Tag Team Champion Nikki Cross has seen better days in the WWE as she's been relegated to the sidelines since her brief program with former tag team partner Alexa Bliss. Recently, Cross released a video via Twitter where she voiced her dissatisfaction with her current push.
I'm angry and I'm annoyed. The Royal Rumble is right round the corner and I have zero momentum going into it. I've got no momentum to even win it. So I'm absolutely fuming. There's a reason why I travelled and wrestled all over the globe before stepping foot in a WWE ring.
Cross is a talented wrestler, but so are many of the performers in the women's roster. As long as the WWE books its women's roster around a handful of performers, talent like Cross are going to sit on the sidelines. While this video may be a work shoot, the reality is that Cross hasn't had anything to do and indeed has zero momentum going into the Rumble. Next up, WWE confirms fans for WrestleMania 37. As we reported previously, the WWE has confirmed that it will have fans present for WrestleMania 37, with ticket announcements set to be made soon. However, WrestleVotes is reporting that the WWE is also looking at the show as an experiment for resuming live events. WWE is planning on permitting upwards of 25,000 fans for WrestleMania on each night. The real internal discussions are what to do after. Some would like a soft reopening of the touring schedule for live TVs, as continuing the Thunderdome post-Mania comes with location headaches. It bears repeating that the WWE's plans could go awry thanks to the new presidential administration, as it could impose further restrictions on public gatherings due to the coronavirus and pressure states to do likewise. Next up, Mercedes Martinez explains why she didn't stay in Retribution. Mercedes Martinez is a veteran performer who looked to be jumping from NXT to the main roster when she landed a spot in WWE's new faction, Retribution. However, Martinez ultimately decided to leave the group, returning to the black and gold brand. During an interview with PW Insider, Martinez explained her reasons for leaving. "I was given an opportunity and I took the opportunity not knowing what the outcome would be. You gotta make the best with anything you can, but I think when that opportunity came, it just wasn't for me." The 40-year-old superstar recently celebrated her 20th anniversary in the business and seems to know what she wants for the remainder of her time in the squared circle. She went on to say, "It's kind of one of those things where this is where Mercedes is, but maybe it doesn't fit the mold, it doesn't fit her career. It was no hard feelings, I just think we both had two different plans. I wanted to go the one way, and they had a different outlook. I wish them success to all those part of the group, and I wish them the best." Retribution looked to be one of last summer's hottest angles, but it quickly fizzled out when its members debuted exclusively on Raw. Even the surprise revelation of Mustafa Ali as Raw's rogue faction has done little to help the group, and it appears Martinez made the right call in not sticking with the group. Based on the group's current success, Mercedes may not be the only person wishing them the best in their future endeavors. Next up, WWE erases a Becky Lynch spot. The WWE has aired some sleazy segments during its long history, both on television and pay-per-view. But one segment, however, seems to be so slimy that the WWE decided to edit it off the WWE network. As noted by Ringside News' Felix Upton, they cut a spot during the Charlotte Flair vs Becky Lynch match at the 2016 Rumble where Flair distracts Lynch by kissing her. The spot may seem offensive, especially in light of the #MeToo and speaking out movements. However, does this mean that the WWE is going to subsequently remove any other seamy segments? If so, the WWE network could lose a good amount of content. But what do you think of this deletion? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Matt Hardy and Private Party invade Impact Wrestling. Matt Hardy was trending on social media thanks to his appearance on Impact Wrestling alongside his protege's Private Party. Money Matt appeared with his team during the recent episode of Impact, the latest crossover between stars of AEW and Impact. Hardy played up his money-obsessed character, revealing that his team was there to challenge for the Impact World Tag Team Championship, currently held by the Good Brothers. Matt reminded the fans that he saved Impact from bankruptcy and that technically he and his brother never lost the Impact Tag titles. The team of Chris Sabin and James Storm wasn't about to let Private Party walk into a title match, however, and Impact booked the two teams in a #1 contenders match, which Private Party won. After the show, Money Matt tweeted about how he saved Impact from bankruptcy. This episode of Impact, along with the same-day replay, was by far the most viewed TNA program of 2016. My final deletion was by far the highest rated and most watched single episode of TNA and went viral. I saved Impact Wrestling from going out of business in 2016. The truth is the truth. Yes, Sweet Pea, I saved TNA from going out of business. It would have either A, went bankrupt or B, been sold to WWE. Broken Matt created so much viral buzz that Anthem stepped up and bought the company. That's a cold, hard fact. The truth is the truth. It looks like the rivalry between AEW and Impact is slowly heating up. Do you guys think the two promotions will work an inter-brand war? If so, are you looking forward to it? And finally, Riddle takes another shot at Goldberg. Looks like Matt Riddle isn't finished calling out Bill Goldberg. Wrestling's ultimate bro is currently setting his sights on the Hurt Business's Bobby Lashley's US Championship, but he still finds the time to mock Bill Goldberg. Gilbert, aka Dwayne Gill, the hilarious wrestler who made a living parodying Dollar Bill, recently appeared on Raw, and afterwards Riddle posed with Gilbert backstage. Riddle posted the picture on Twitter along with the following caption: "Real legends are your bros, and this stallion is 10 times the man Willie G could ever be." Goldberg is scheduled to appear on the 25th January edition of Raw, so fans may want to tune in to see if the WWE plays upon this online rivalry. If so, expect Riddle to count the lights for Big Bad Bill, as there's zero chance Goldberg is taking a loss before his scheduled match against Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. But there you have it, folks, the world's wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for exclusive lists, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.